Hello everyone, welcome to MakeUC. I'm Omar Sayed and I am the director of today's hackathon. MakeUC is the University of Cincinnati's premier fall hackathon, which has gone virtual this year due to the unprecedented circumstances. Our organizing team and hackathon supporters hope you are all doing well. We will be here for you over the next 24 hours to support and enhance your hackathon experience. We have planned numerous events throughout this weekend, from sponsored and social events where you can connect with fellow hackers, amazing mentors, and sponsors. This is our first full-scale fall hackathon, and we are flattered with the amazing support from each and every single one of you. Over 1,100 hackers have registered from over 400 universities across 57 countries. I would like to thank our marketing and sponsorship teams for doing such amazing outreach. We have 25 industry-leading mentors who are dedicating their time toward helping you this weekend. We would like to thank our 18 sponsors for making all of this possible. Our first sponsored message is from DigitalOcean and will be presented by a MakeUC organizer, Stanley.
Thanks, Omar. DigitalOcean is a scalable compute platform with add-on storage, security, and monitoring capabilities. They make it simple to launch in the cloud and scale up as you grow, whether you are running one virtual machine or 10,000. Their platform allows you to seamlessly manage infrastructures such as scalable compute services and running managed Kubernetes clusters. Available across 12 data centers in 8 global markets, DigitalOcean manages over 1.2 petabytes of RAM and 50 petabytes of storage. So why do customers love DigitalOcean? Well, their simplicity, community, heartfelt services, and open source cloud native architecture make them an excellent scalable computing platform. Be sure to check out DigitalOcean, and hackers today can access their $100 60-day free trial through the QR code, courtesy of DigitalOcean.
Thank you, Stanley and DigitalOcean. Our next sponsored message is from Northrop Grumman.
The future of space is filled with uncertainties. Unknown threats, unseen challenges, and uncharted battlefields. But if we stopped at every uncertainty that comes our way, then humanity would never accomplish the unimaginable. We would never reach the unattainable. We would never do the unbelievable things we do every day. Space is unforgiving territory, but our passion is unrelenting, and we press on, undaunted. We will continue to brave the unknown threats, the unseen challenges, the uncharted battlefields, to prove humanity is unwavering in our pursuits. And we explore the unexplored and contest what was once the uncontested. Because for us, giving in to any uncertainty would be unacceptable.
Somewhere past the edge of convention.
Beyond the boundaries of tomorrow
lies a special kind of impossible.
A kind of impossible.
Where pioneers forge ahead.
Where no idea is too bold.
And no challenge too great.
Because making a 200-ton airplane disappear is impossible.
Until it's not. Predicting cyber attacks before they happen is impossible.
Until it's not.
And solving the mysteries of the universe is impossible.
Until it's not. It's our job to break free from what is to what could be. Ready
To leave the boundaries of what's known
To define possible.
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 Thank you, Northrop Grumman. Make sure to check out their Capture the Flag workshop at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time today. Our next sponsored message is from Google Cloud.
Hi everyone, my name is Ryan. I'm a developer advocate at Google. Our challenge for the weekend is about Google Cloud. Cloud computing is all about getting things done using someone else's computers. So when you use Google Cloud, you're getting things done using Google's computers. Google Cloud lets you build and host applications and websites, store data, and analyze data, all on Google's highly scalable and reliable computing infrastructure. We have a suite of developer products that you can try out in your hackathon projects this weekend. We have App Engine, which is great for deploying web apps to the cloud. We also have Firebase, which is our mobile development platform featuring the real-time database. We also have other databases like Cloud Firestore, Cloud SQL, and Cloud Storage. We also have Google Maps platform, which gives you the power of Google Maps data in an API format. I also want to highlight our Google Cloud machine learning APIs. These allow you to gain insights about your data using pre-trained machine learning models hosted on Google Cloud. And what's awesome about these is that you don't actually have to know any machine learning yourself to use them. You're simply using the power of Google Cloud's machine learning to help you analyze your data. So we have APIs for video intelligence, vision, speech, natural language, and translation. The Vision API is great for analyzing images. One feature is landmark detection, detecting important places in your photo, like the Golden Gate Bridge. There's also label detection, which gives you descriptions of what's going on in the image, like resort and swimming pool, along with a confidence score from 0 to 100% for each one. There's also face detection, which detects different faces in the photo, along with their locations, as well as emotions like joy, sorrow, and anger, and how likely they are for each person. Our natural language API is great for analyzing pieces of text. One feature is entity detection, detecting important keywords in the text like Pennsylvania, Biden, and campaign trail. There's also sentiment analysis to detect how positive or negative your text is. We have an API challenge this weekend for best use of Google Cloud. Just use any Google Cloud product to qualify. Each member of the winning team will receive a Cloud Patagonia backpack, a trophy, and a water bottle. We also have a second place prize, which is a Google Nest Mini for each team member. We also have a second challenge, the Google Cloud COVID-19 Hackathon Fund. We are looking for outstanding projects that use Google Cloud to solve our COVID-19 related challenges. Selected projects will receive an exclusive invitation to apply for up to $5,000 of additional Google Cloud credits, as well as guidance from Google developers to help you continue your project beyond the hackathon. Potential categories include healthcare and life sciences, economic impact, social engagement, and education and distance learning. You can learn more at g.co/learncloud/hackathon-fun. Check for an email from Major League Hacking to activate $25 in Google Cloud free credits. We also have a Google Cloud workshop, Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we'll cover data and machine learning with BigQuery. We also have a Firebase Tech Talk that's available on Slack as a recording, where Andrea covers several key Firebase products. If you have any questions or need help, ping us on Slack and we're happy to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan, and Google Cloud. Make sure to check out their workshop at 2:30 p.m. today. Our next sponsored message is from Centauri.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Porter. I want to talk to you a little bit about AFRL. AFRL was created in 1997. There are about 10,000 military and civilian personnel working at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, just outside of Dayton, Ohio. The organization is fairly straightforward. There are about 10 or so different organizational pieces. The 711th Human Performance Wing, which is comprised of 3 different directorates: Human Effectiveness Directorate, the Air Force School of Aerospace Medicine, and the Human Integration Directorate. There's also a Air Force Office of Scientific Research, and then several other directorates, including the Aerospace Systems, Directed Energy, Information, Materials and Manufacturing, Munitions, Sensors, and Space Vehicles. We work primarily in the Sensors Directorate, and I'm going to talk to you about that in just one moment. One of the really exciting pieces that we're working on at AFRL in the team that I'm on is building some sensor-based designs that are system on chips that are rocket chip based. We're looking at different aspects of this with respect to hardware security. So things like Spectre and Meltdown that we may have heard about in Intel processors. We want to make sure that those things aren't creeping into our designs. We're also looking at software security and integrating that directly into our SoC from the ground up. We're trying to build
our security team with the hardware design team in an integrated fashion. So it's kind of a little bit different than other places that might be building SoCs. We're really looking at it in an integrated approach from the beginning of time with respect to our design. I want to talk to you about two projects that I'm working on the team. One that I worked on is reversing the boot ROM of our SoC. We found the SoC was hanging during the boot sequence, and to fix this, we wanted to reverse engineer and understand exactly what was happening during the boot sequence. So we spent a considerable amount of time looking through the boot code and finding exactly what was happening. The other thing that I've been working on with this particular project is an operating system for constrained devices. Our SoC has a very small amount of memory, about 2 megs. Some of the later iterations of the SoC that we're building have more memory, but we would like something an operating system that goes onto a very small SoC with 2 megs of memory. So I've been spending time to shrink Linux. I've also looked at multiple other operating systems, microkernels like SEL4 and Zephyr. So all of these are kinds of projects that you might be able to work on. So that's a very exciting thing. It's a very interesting place to work. A lot of fun, a lot of technology happening. So thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Sean Collard, and I've been working at Centauri for about 4 months as a systems security engineer. My work here at Centauri has been centered around an open source framework known as Chipyard. Chipyard allows for agile hardware development of custom system-on-chips using instruction set architecture known as RISC-V. Chipyard is written in a hardware development language known as Chisel 3 and allows for automation of these custom system-on-chips by generating register transfer level code in the form of Verilog. I work on our tapeouts designing these chips for the United States Air Force by working with our digital design team led by Luke Duncan, and our firmware, hardware, cybersecurity team led by Adam Bryant.
My name is James Hardy, and I'm a systems security engineer working with Centauri. Currently, I'm helping to organize the efforts of our penetration testing team to better understand the attack space of the SoC we are developing. We're hoping that in identifying this attack space, we'll be able to remove all of the bugs causing attack vectors and ultimately generating this attack space, and ultimately having a 100% secure SoC after the fact. One of the methods that I found very useful for this was the ability to go through others' code bases and develop a model of that code base's logic. This model can be graphical or otherwise, just as long as you are able to generate something that you're able to better understand than just reading the code line by line. Currently, I've been doing this with my company's devices, which are written in Chisel 3, a hardware design language based off of the programming language Scala. This is just one of the many projects that I'm working on with Centauri.
Thank you, Jeremy, Sean, and James from Centauri. Make sure to check out their workshop at 4:30 p.m. today. Our next sponsored message is from BrookSource.
Hey everyone, I am Nick Goliath, and I am a program coordinator for an organization called BrookSource. BrookSource is an IT recruiting firm, which is actually based out of the Indianapolis, Indiana area, and I do support our local Cincinnati market. With that being said, we do have a nationwide presence, having markets and having relationships in what is the majority of major hubs here in the U.S. The role that I'm actually in is a workforce transformation program coordinator. Within my day-to-day, I'm not only working directly with students, universities, but also working with individuals within professional development as well as technical development. With BrookSource, we are able to partner with Fortune 500 companies, help fill talent needs, but last but not least, we are completely free service for students and for the individuals looking for a role. Really, within our program and Elevate as a whole, this is an opportunity for us to partner with individuals who are looking for an opportunity, but also providing that additional support as they are transitioning into the workforce. I'm super excited to learn a little bit more about individuals today, as well as super excited for our workshop that will be taking place. So if anyone has any questions or would like to follow up, you can actually reach out to me on my email at ngoliath@brooksource.com, as well as providing some more details about my true day-to-day. Thank you again.
Thanks, Nick and BrookSource. Make sure to check out their workshop today at 3:30 p.m. Our final message is from Major League Hacking.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming out to MakeUC. My name is Neil Goyle and I'm here from Major League Hacking. Before I get started, feel free to follow our social media accounts. It's MLHacks on Twitter and at Major League Hacking on Facebook. I'll actually be tweeting out throughout the entire event, so definitely take a look out. So everything you need to know this weekend you can find on hack.mlh.io. It's one of the best hacker cheat sheets out there. You'll find a variety of resources there to help you on your hacks this weekend. Feel free to also connect with other hackers on MakeUC Slack. The link is makeuc-2020.slack.com. I'll be on there throughout the entire weekend. And if you're already on there, fantastic. So what exactly is Major League Hacking? Well, we're the global hacker community. It's actually our mission to empower hackers. We empower 135,000 plus hackers just like you. By attending MakeUC, you're winning community points for your school in our season-long contest. The way to earn more points, come out to more MLH events and bring your friends too. So what are we doing this weekend? Well, if you want to take a break from hacking, we'll be hosting a MS Paint Bob Ross mini event happening at 7 p.m. EDT on the events channel. And shortly after, we'll be hosting a U.S. Air Force Cybersecurity Challenges as well, happening at 8 p.m. EDT on the events channel. Also, take a look out for our 2020 season t-shirt. We have our new mascot, Ellie the Elephant, on our t-shirt. So something to look out for, presented by Capital One. GitHub is hosting a Drawn Octcat Wooden Octcat contest. So if you can draw GitHub's mascot, Motor the Octcat, and tweet at GitHub Education using the hashtags MyOctcat and MakeUC, you actually get a chance to win a Motor the Octcat statue, which is pretty neat. Speaking of GitHub, they also have an amazing student developer pack filled with a bunch of free developer tools that you get and that you get to use throughout your hack. And these are thousands and thousands of dollars of tools that you get for free. So highly, highly recommend checking it out. And again, you can find all the information on hack.mlh.io. We also have all the resources that you need too. To start off, you can claim a free .space, .tech, or .online domain using domain.com. Just use our weekend code PUMPKINTIME at checkout. Also, check your emails. You got $100 of free Google Cloud credits already emailed to you. If you need a refill, feel free to Slack me a message and I'll get that to you. Google Cloud is hosting a prize that if anyone uses Google Cloud in their hack, they'll get a free Nest Mini. So definitely recommend checking it out. And lastly, if your hack is related to COVID-19, you can get a chance to have $1,500 worth of additional Google Cloud credits that you can use to develop your project further after the hackathon. So definitely recommend checking out Google Cloud for your hackathon this weekend. Also, take a look at DataStax Astra. In just minutes, you can get 10 gigabytes for free. So definitely recommend checking out their platform. We also have a variety of starter kits that you can use, ranging from Node.js to Python to Radar.io. These are amazing tools that are meant for people that have no experience with coding. So definitely check those out. We have a variety of prizes this weekend, starting with domain.com backpacks to Google Nest Minis and even YubiKey security keys. So a variety of goodies that you can use if you leverage these tools in your hacks this weekend. I highly, highly recommend that you demo this weekend, even if you don't have a running project. I know for myself in my first hackathon, I just had a bunch of code and I demoed it, and it honestly was worth it hearing the feedback from the judges. And if that isn't incentive enough for you, we're also offering a free I demoed sticker that is customized to MakeUC, and you'll earn one just by demoing. So definitely recommend demoing your hack this weekend. Feel free to check out our MLH Career Lab. All of these companies love hackers, and especially in high time right now for recruiting for full-time and internships. And I definitely recommend checking out these companies. Again, they love hackers, and we'll probably love to hear about your MakeUC project as well. And on a more serious note, MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. Whether you're a hacker, sponsor, or organizer, you abide by MLH's code of conduct. If you see any issue, please do not hesitate to contact myself or an organizer. All feel free to use the contact information provided on the slide. Lastly, I want to thank again our partners for making all our MLH events possible. And yeah, happy hacking, everyone.
Thank you, Neil. We are proud to be part of the MLH family. Now let's launch into the various events that we have scheduled today. First and foremost, hacking begins at noon and will last for 24 hours. Which will include project submission. Our first scheduled mini event will be a team formation session for those still looking for teammates, followed by a Hackathon 101 session at 12:30, where we will introduce new hackers to the hacker culture. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will kick off with a 5-hour virtual expo where you can network with some of our sponsors. Lastly, our social events begin at 7 p.m. tonight and will consist of numerous fun games such as Scribble.io, Trivial Murder Party, and much more at various times. The deadline for project submission is noon on October 4th, and it is a strict deadline, and no late submissions will be accepted. Finally, our closing ceremony will be happening live on October 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have many different tracks and themes this year. A space hack is any hack that can help with space research or technology. Hardware hacks can compose of any projects using hardware devices or simulators. UI UX hack is for anyone that is interested in design and user experience. Educational hacks can be any education-oriented project that is focused on enhancing learning not just for students, but also for teachers. Health hacks are any projects that are related to tracking, monitoring health, science, as well as developing new technology for health professionals and research. Social responsibility hacks can be any project that entails solutions for things like inequity, social distancing, and any ideas that can help with current social issues. Additionally, there are many sponsored tracks that can be found on our dev post. As mentioned earlier, noon is the deadline to upload everything to DevPost. Please make sure to follow the link on this slide to become more familiar with our DevPost and use it for your submission. All winners will be announced at the closing ceremony at 7 p.m. So you might be asking, what should I submit? So your submission must consist of a 2 to 3 minute video, which can be a screencast, where you briefly explain your process and any technologies you implemented. Additionally, you must provide a link to the repository that includes your project code and design files. A brief write-up with the video on DevPost is required. A reminder that uploading your video will take some time, so make sure to start early and plan the submission process accordingly, or you will miss the submission deadline. We are raffling away 16 giveaways that will happen throughout the weekend. To enter, all you need to do is attend any of our social events and use hashtag MakeUC on Instagram or Twitter. You can form teams by either joining the team formation channel on Slack or using our new application Lattice, or by attending the team formation event happening at noon today. All organizer questions should be posted in Ask the Organizers channel on Slack, and mentor questions should be posted in Ask the Mentors channel. Additionally, specific tracks and sponsored APIs can be found in their respective channels. Our Slack workspace will be primarily the source for all updates and news. It is crucial that you join so you do not miss any important announcements. Lastly, we are so proud of the amazing turnout, and we are looking forward to see all the amazing projects tomorrow. Happy hacking!